Here it is. A new nose has just debuted, and all I can say is this is what y'all get for calling him the Michael Jackson of K-pop. I was looking at this tweet and I'm like trying to decipher it. First I'm like, that's odd. And then I'm like, maybe they just are like a lot of Michael fans who are like, don't ever say that about a K-pop idol or anyone for that matter. Say that they're like the Michael Jackson of so-and-so. But then I was just like, this is what y'all get. Basically insinuating that now he's got a nose that looks like Michael. That's basically what it's kind of insinuating the more that I read it. I feel like everybody is adding on to let's like constantly critique someone's appearance. Again, yeah, he's a public figure, so was Michael, but I don't know why people feel the need to be so judgmental and hateful online.
You must get an education, you must get a job, you must have some money.
First of all, okay, sorry if you can hear construction. They are repaving our apartment, what's the word I'm looking for, parking area, so it's kind of loud. Every now and then you hear them like backing up, so I apologize for that. But anyway, hope you guys are doing well. So unfortunately, I feel the need to complain today.
I am complaining.
I just don't understand people on the internet. I know that people behave very differently on the internet than when they're face to face with a person typically. Usually people are nastier on the internet than they are face to face with someone that they may dislike. I don't get it. I don't feel the need to harass people online. I don't know. Today I'm going to be talking about something that I saw last night that I'm just confused about. I think it's fine to have an opinion, but the way that people are blowing this so out of proportion is kind of wild to me. I'm talking about Taemin from SHINee. He's also a very successful K-pop solo artist as well. He's actually no longer under the company he used to be under, which is SM Entertainment, but he's still doing like group activities with SHINee. But yeah, one of you guys actually recommended that I react to some of his performances, and that was years ago. I've seen a lot of his performances. I actually own 2 of his earlier albums as a solo artist. But yeah, I am a casual listener of Taemin. He is really talented, and I mean, I'll just show some clips of him like dancing on here. I mean, he is really amazing, to be honest, and I definitely think he is legendary. A lot of people, and they say he's like the Michael Jackson of K-pop, which I know some people are gonna have a problem with that. I don't think anybody is the next Michael Jackson or the Michael Jackson, by the way. I don't think that. But the reason I bring him up is because there is a comparison between him and Michael right now that is not just about his dancing, performing. It's unfortunately a not so great reason. People are once again just being ruthless about someone's appearance. Now, I understand. I made a video talking about Glorilla and Michael Jackson and how Glorilla, allegedly she got a nose job and then she used Michael's profile picture, and a lot of Michael fans were like, what are you doing? This man was bullied relentlessly most of his life because of his nose and many other things about his appearance. And this is kind of one of those situations, unfortunately, but this time it's with Taemin. So I get on TikTok, and I know he was performing in Japan recently. He looks like amazing performance, right? Like he's absolutely slaying. But people immediately pointed out his nose, and they were like, oh my god, this man got a nose job. And it was just ruthless. People saying he's botched. He looks like Ollie London, which if you don't know who Ollie London is, he's extremely problematic. It started out as a joke, but then it really started to get very offensive and not a joke, and then he ended up becoming like a far-right person. It was just it's a wild timeline. But just know he's been in plenty of controversy, and he doesn't seem like someone who really stands for anything. He kind of just goes with like what's popular kind of thing and thrives off of that and builds his platform on that. But stuff like that. And then of course the comments came in saying he looks like Michael Jackson. Why is he trying to look like Michael Jackson? I even saw this tweet, which this is really what started it all for me. I left Twitter for a few months, mainly because it became X and I really didn't want to use it anymore. But I did eventually end up coming back because I just want to say thanks to all my normal mutuals on Twitter, because I said this in my last video. Twitter is the place for people with no morals to flock to. I swear. Like, people that just want to literally B-U-L-L-Y people online flock to Twitter. It's unbelievable. Don't be rude.
Are you kidding me?
Here it is. A new nose has just debuted, and all I can say is this is what y'all get for calling him the Michael Jackson of K-pop. I was looking at this tweet and I'm like trying to decipher it. First I'm like, that's odd. And then I'm like, maybe they just are like a lot of Michael fans who are like, don't ever say that about a K-pop idol, or anyone for that matter, say that they're the Michael Jackson of so-and-so. But then I was just like, this is what y'all get. Basically insinuating that now he's got a nose that looks like Michael. He looks ridiculous kind of thing. That's basically what it's kind of insinuating the more that I read it. I posted this because this is my overall thoughts about it. I just was like, I feel like everybody is just adding on to the hate train, I guess, or adding on to let's like constantly critique someone's appearance. Again, yeah, he's a public figure, so was Michael, but I don't know why people feel the need to be so judgmental and hateful online. Yeah, maybe they'll never see it. Maybe they'll never hear about this stuff since they're famous, but it does happen where they can see hateful things that people say online, which I am going to read some comments that people left about this and then kind of give my thoughts on why people feel compelled to comment on the appearance of people that they supposedly support. I don't know. I mean, anyway, I said no because the comments I've seen about Taemin's current appearance are very intense and some are just straight up hateful. And then bringing Michael Jackson into it as well, a person who was relentlessly B-U-L-L-I-E-D'd most of his life for his appearance. Like, did we learn nothing from Michael's experience? And that's kind of my overall thought about this. If people want to be mad at the surgeon, that's one thing. But also, this just really brought into the conversation, why do people care so much about, I guess that's kind of hard to say with K-pop idols because appearance is such a big deal in that space. I mean, it's a big deal in the entertainment industry as a whole, I feel, globally, but especially there. The fact that when I got into K-pop, I learned that there is a member that is the visual and that's it. What do you mean? I really couldn't believe it. Let's just get into the comments because it kind of proves my point with this. So this is the TikTok showing the before and after, right? And then these are the comments. Annoyed at him for doing that. It has 2,791 likes, by the way.
What the?
They turn him into Ollie London. 4,087 likes. I mean, this is just not even physically to say that just because of physical appearance, but Ollie London is not someone anyone should want to be compared to, so that's just very offensive. He lost his visual, 160 likes. Okay, at least that one has less likes, but dear God. I mean, as someone that likes a lot of different groups, bands, artists, I have seen Queen from the time they began as a band to now, and obviously they have aged. That's a part of life. Your appearance changing, aging, you looking different. And in this case, yes, Taemin allegedly had surgery, right? It's really his business at the end of the day, you know, what he chooses to do. A lot of people just say, just want him to be happy, right? Like, same. If it makes you feel better and it feels like it's what you need to do, I do think sometimes it can branch into having constant surgeries. I think of Lil Kim, for example, who has always been really gorgeous. It just kind of makes me sad because I feel like sometimes the way that it's set up, it's literally set up for you to just hate so many parts of yourself when you're in the public eye, especially as a woman, but obviously it's not limited to just women, it can be men too. So I just hope he is doing it for the right reasons, but at the end of the day, it's really not my business. I can't imagine supporting someone just because of the way they look. And once they start looking different or they lose they're not a visual, like, I just stop. I mean, what? Because I can tell you right now, if the music sucked for a group that, like, was good looking, I wouldn't get into them. I don't care how good looking they are. Like, if I don't like the music, what's the point? You know what I mean? The looks are a bonus in that. But I think some people view it as looks come first and everything else is secondary. He looks like Michael Jackson, he, and then this person responds, I'm crying, you bully. Like, straight up B-U-L-L-Y. Where are you Christmas? With someone from Whoville.
Disappointing, irrelevant.
It's giving Michael Jackson. He looks like Michael Jackson and Ollie London. Like, I just think it's... there's a difference between thinking to yourself, I prefer how he looked before this, but people really have nothing but the audacity to come online and just make jokes that really just, to me, are not that funny. And it just makes me mad, like, why that Michael is dragged into it. And then it's like a few weeks ago when June 25th happened, everyone's like, oh, Michael, like, he's so great, he inspired so many, like, genres of music, he inspires music now so much, like, you can see his influence to this day. And, like, now here we are, let's make fun of his nose. This man has passed away. Can we just be respectful for once? I mean, seriously. I guarantee you the people that say this stuff online, they would not say it to Taemin's face. They wouldn't say it if Michael Jackson's family was around. Like, they just wouldn't do it. So some people need to get off the internet and take a breath, because I don't feel compelled to do this. Like, I don't care how famous the person is. I know they're a public figure. Scrutiny comes their way. Okay, people have all kinds of opinions. It just happens. Like, the bigger the fan base, the more crazies there are. It really says more about the person that says that than what the person that they're scrutinizing has done. You know what I mean? Like, some things are worth speaking out about and saying, hey, that's wrong, like, what are you doing? And then some things I feel like are just so irrelevant and are just done to be hurtful. And it kills me because it'll be like people that love Taemin, allegedly love him.
I'm nodding like I understand, but I'm not so sure I do.
People that love Shiny, I'm like, what? Why are we being like this then? Like, is this really? I don't know. But yeah, y'all let me know what you think in the comments. I just had to talk about this because I don't get it. I guess it's just because I'm, like, secure with myself as a person and I don't feel the need to bring others down to feel better about myself or something. Like, a lot of people on the internet don't relate to that, but again, shout out to those of you that are great mutuals, that are very nice and respectful and funny and fun and not just looking to argue with people on the internet or argue about something on the internet 24/7. Like, truly appreciate it.
You already know.
Truly do. You guys make Twitter 1,000 times better. But yeah, God, my block list on Twitter, I don't know about y'all, but mine is long. It's real long, I'm not gonna lie, but
You're black.
anyway, y'all let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys!